Hey, friends, and a pleasant good evening. Welcome to Lions Live on the only network built by the players to the fans. We got the big dude, Stephen Davis. We got the Grizz, Jimmy Kennedy, and Yaakov Israel here. We're talking some Penn State football here, giving a recap of last week, going over some more picks from then and also this week ahead. The best time of college football, the fastest hour. We got so much to talk about, and it seems like we never have enough time to get it all done, but we're going to make it happen. How about it, Jimmy? How you been?
Man, I'm good, man. Can you hear me clear?
And Jimmy, I hope you're there because I'm not catching you for whatever reason. How about now, Jimmy? Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right, brother. Got you live, man. Wow.
There we go.
Still figuring all these buttons out here. Still learning process, but hey, we're good. We're live. This isn't a podcast, and we're not pre-recorded, so everybody gets all my mistakes happening right in front of them. So it's all good.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Wow, Jimmy, what a crazy week in football. Great win for Penn State last week, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. What's the score looking like right now?
Well,
catch up? Yes.
Let me give you a rundown, okay? Last week, it was a rough week for both you and I. We were 3-3, man.
Man.
The big dude and Yaakov tied it at 4-2 because, what kind of threw us off was the oddly enough, you and I picked Nebraska over Illinois. And we got that one right.
Yeah.
And, of course, again, I don't know why the big dude and Yaakov picked Illinois, but I know we know why Yaakov did that. But
yeah.
But then the one that kind of threw us all of us off, was Minnesota and Maryland. Who would have thought that? Right? That really and also, we could pick Wisconsin, right? But then I was the only one that picked Michigan over Iowa. Everybody picked Iowa over Michigan, and that was one. Of course, we all got Ohio State and Penn State right. So that's kind of how it broke down last week. And I can add our numbers in here from the week before, and I'll get our totals here where we're looking, but overall here in a second because I was working on this before I got here. So
yeah, that's cool. I'm still at the bottom right now by 1.
We're probably pretty close. We're all pretty close. It's all within 1 or 2. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're into week 6 now, and we actually have this up on our website, folks, lionslive.com, and you'll see our picks each week and our totals, and as we progress through this, and it's been a lot of fun. And I don't know if anybody could win any money with Vegas on us, but I think we do pretty good.
Yeah, this one was I don't even know how to word it. You know what it is? The whole game. Obviously, Penn State did a great job on special teams this past week.
Yep.
So, with Saquon returning the kick, to start the game for the most part, that had Indiana basically playing catch up the whole game. Then we had the turnovers and stuff, and they were just playing catch up the whole game. So, I think what happened was, based off of the turnovers that we created, the scores or the special teams play that caused us to get scores, field position and everything else. I think they just put Indiana in a position to where they couldn't play their game and they had to play catch up from the very first play. Like by the time, it was 14 minutes and 51 seconds, 49 seconds, and they was already down 7-0. So it's like from there on, at the beginning of the game, they was playing catch up. So I enjoyed what we did. I like the fact that, like, midway through the game, we got a lot of young guys out there.
Yes.
I thought that it was a little too early to do that, but it was cool because young guys out there when Indiana was still trying to play catch up. There was a chance for them to jump back in the game, and when they scored, that touchdown, they were actually on the first touchdown they scored. That was actually on our second team defense. So to watch, I'm not saying it was completely a second team, but I want to say at least six or seven of our starters was out. So that was a good sign to see because now our backups got a chance to go out there and play against a first string offense that actually is determined on getting back in the game. So they had something to play for.
Right. Well,
so
it's a good win. It was a good win, and you see areas where you need improvement, but it wasn't a point in the game where we were having to worry, and that was kind of nice. It was really nice to be able to have that type of a game where you're going to win this thing, but we can keep building upon those building blocks that we got in place. Because we got some tough games coming up, man. It's not going to be a cakewalk here going forward, and if you notice some of the scores from last week too, when we looked at our at what we have going on with the picks, I mean, man, Ohio State, man, they were burying teams last week. I mean, Ohio State 56-0 over Rutgers. I mean,
that don't count.
Okay. yeah. And here's Michigan State over Iowa, and we had a close call with Iowa. So, and we're gonna be, again, we got Michigan State coming up, man. It's gonna be we got to keep getting better because we got to beat these guys,
Yeah, definitely.
And Wisconsin, well, we don't play them this year, I don't think.
No.
Nope, we don't have them, but we got Northwestern, and they're coming off that loss, and that's where we're headed to this week.
Yeah, that's this week.
That's right. So that's gonna be, we gotta bear down on that one, man, because that's not gonna be an easy game.
Yeah, and then you know what? When I was watching the Northwestern game, they was already talking about how for this game coming up that they had about eight or so NFL scouts that's gonna be there.
Wow.
And, they were just speaking on the quarterback and the few of their players that they have. And they were just like, hey, next week's game, we probably have 6 to 8 scouts, NFL scouts coming that already reserved it and so on. And they made a point. They were just like, well, yeah, it's not just about, the Northwestern players, but they also, the team that they playing got a player named Saquon Barkley.
Imagine that.
Yeah, so... So I think I think it's gonna be a tough one this week. Based off of, like I said before, I don't think from here going forward that we're gonna have anything easy.
No.
Because even if we're undefeated, it's just like once we beat, like right now we're going in, and guess what? Northwestern is playing the upset. Right. They're playing to be the ones to knock us off, not just about last year, but they want to be the one to knock us from number 4. Right. They want to be the one to say, yeah, we did it.
Yeah, they want.
We were that much better.
These guys went on the map. They want. It's about recruiting too. They got. Yeah. This is a big recruiting game. We go head to head with a lot of guys at Northwestern trying to pull guys into the respective schools. So, 12 o'clock kickoff here, early start out there in Evanston, in Illinois, and it's going to be we've always kind of struggled with them guys over the years. You look back, you see, it was never been a blowout. We've never really handed it to Northwestern that I can remember. When you played, Jimmy, they always played you guys tough.
Yeah, it's always a tough game, and you know what it is? It's really not a physical game. It wasn't like I'm thinking back to when I played them. It was never a physical game. It was just before you know it, you were still looking up and the score was still tight. It was like they always came to play defense, and because their defense always did a great job versus our offense, and our defense always did a great job versus their offense, it was always like 13-7 the game, or 10-17 or something like that. We win by 1, we win by 3. It was always close games like that. I don't remember with the substance of maybe 1 year that we put up, 30, 40 points.
Right.
Versus them.
Right. It's just scrappy games that you get into out there. I don't know.
I think the only year that we dominated them was, I think, Larry Johnson probably had like a big day rushing on him 1 year. That's it. And I'm not 1,000% sure of that, but I'm sure he had close to 200 yards, I believe.
Right. Well, Wisconsin's coming off the road. Northwestern's coming off the road from Wisconsin here in that loss, and actually no, they came off that win last week. So they're riding high in here, wanting to be back home for a win against Penn State, because this actually could be a game that they feel like could validate them as a Big Ten contender going forward. So this game means a lot, because if you play a team like Wisconsin and you beat them 33-24 at Wisconsin, that's a spark within that team to say, hey, look, we're contenders, guys. Wisconsin plays tough ball, and I thought they, I like the way they play. They get the big guys up there and they're going to run right at you. So, that says a lot. So this is going to be a real challenge for Penn State. It's not going to be, it's not going to be like Indiana. It's not going to be like, it's not going to be like Pitt. It's not going to be like any of the other games we played this year. This is going to, this the marbles are counting here for this one, man. We're in it. So.
Yeah, but then also, I talked to a few players last week, and they was excited because, Indiana's a passing team.
Right.
So they were expecting it to be a big sack week and everything else, and Indiana did pretty well at running the ball a little bit. So, and like I said, they was playing catch up. And I'm not saying that they really ran the ball great, but I think they did a good job of keeping us balanced. For them to be playing catch up, it's not that they just went and said, you know what? I think they stuck to the game plan still, because I was expecting them, in a catch up mode to be like, hey, let's throw this thing 70, 80 times,
sure.
to catch up.
Sure.
But instead, they still kept it balanced, 3rd and 3, they were still trying to run the ball, short yards, they was trying to get the screens off and different things. So I was impressed with Indiana.
Sure.
But, like you said, and I think we struggled a little bit defensively, just a little bit, because we had a mindset of just thinking pass, stop the pass, stop the pass, stop the pass. So then when we went out there, it was like, all right, well, everything was strictly about pass. Like when I watched some of the stuff that broke and the positive plays that they had, I was thinking, oh my God, you was in a pass, you was doing pass techniques and got out of your gaps, and it's like, oh, come on now, let's lock back in. It's, in order to dominate in the pass game, you have to shut down the run.
Right.
So.
Right.
We still got some young guys out there that got to remember that. So.
And Jimmy, I got to confess here, man. I had my scores backwards. It was, Wisconsin did win at home last week over at Northwestern, so it was my bad.
Yeah. I knew that.
I was looking on my card here. I was like, wait a second, that's not right. Yeah.
No, you said that. You said Northwestern lost.
Okay, that's right. So
you said they're coming off the loss to Wisconsin, and they got it. So you said it the proper way.
Okay, I'm glad I got that right.
Yeah.
I didn't have it right on paper.
yeah.
But that way, that changed our totals here, Jimmy. I mean, that puts you. I'm trying to do our numbers here while we're talking, and that's going to bounce you up with a 4 this week, and only missing 2, which is good.
Okay.
So yeah, that's changing us around here a good bit. So yeah, I'm just working on numbers again. So now I'm going to have to.
You hear my background music? I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Hey, tell me now. I just have to ask you, this probably is a pretty nice time. It's starting to be a nice time of year out in Arizona right now.
Oh, it's amazing right now. This is perfect fat boy weather. This is why I'm here right now.
Oh, I can imagine.
Outside in the backyard, there's a cool 86 thing.
Wow.
Man, nice little breeze.
Yeah.
It's real nice out here.
It's changed a lot over the years out in Arizona. I mean, it's been 30 years since I was last out to for the Fiesta Bowl there in Tempe, and they didn't have that river going through from the Colorado. They didn't have that all running through that area. So I don't even know what it looks like now. But I really like that stadium out there that the Sun Devils played in, right in the in the cleft of that rock there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they changed that. Well, yeah, they still have that one. I know because when I first turned pro, that's where the Cardinals was playing while they had
they built that
new dome.
Yeah.
I hated that ASU stadium.
Oh,
as an NFL player, I was like, oh my God, it was torture.
Oh, really? What was it that bothered you the most?
Because what it is, it's about I'm exaggerating, so obviously this is a little exaggeration, but it's about a 10-minute walk to the locker room.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's like one of those things, and give or take 2 minutes. So it's literally 6 minutes, like to get to the locker room, but it's all downhill. So imagine, because it's the mountain. They have theirs leveled off. They just walk right in. You know, because I've been in there, you know, as a visitor and so on. So they just walk right in. But then the away teams have to go down a little hill. So imagine this in spikes, and it's not a dirt hill; it's a paved hill, like
yeah, it's like slippery. Yeah, because you cleats.
Yeah, so it's not about the time; it's about the patience and how slow you walking, and your quads start burning, and then you get into the locker room, and by the time you sit in there, there's only 2 stalls. So now if you got guys trying to go to the bathroom, whether it's a 1 or 2, you got guys just standing there waiting and stuff like that, and it's halftime, and you got the whole NFL team in there. It's like, oh my God, this is crazy. You know?
Wow.
Then when you leave out, you know, it's like hiking the side of a mountain.
Oh, no kidding.
You know?
Yeah, you're all worn out.
Yeah, so you got to go back up. It's like, man, I went out there one year. I was like, listen, I'm going to just sit here. Tell Coach to make the adjustments right here on the sideline. We good? Yeah. Believe it or not, they set up everything. They talked about the adjustments on the sideline. We just walked in there, relaxed and so on, and then turned and walked right back out.
That's great.
We didn't even talk about anything inside the locker room.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the new stadium. Now what's that one like out in Arizona?
Oh man, that's awesome. I mean, it's an awesome one. I mean, they have like Bud Zone and different stuff, and it's crazy.
So that's the place to play now, right?
Yeah, it's a party place and so on. It's real comfortable. You know, the stadium opens and closes, the roof opens and closes.
Yeah. Now let me ask you: cool. Is that the one that has the grass that comes in and outside?
Yeah. So after they play, they what they do is they have on the side of the field the grass rolls straight out.
Wow.
But it rolls out into a field where they spray it, water it, treat it, and everything else. It gets the sun, and so on, and they roll it back in. Like I can go over there, hop the fence right now, and play in the grass. That's the actual real grass. It's not like the turf and the actual stuff, the rubber. It's real grass, and it's just treated and taken care of. They do a great job of taking care of their field, and then they slide it in. So it's like it's an indoor field because you're indoors. You're not getting hit with the heat or the rain, the elements, or anything like that. But then it's real grass, so it's like a weird feeling. It's like, hold up, that's real dirt. I'm really getting dirty. We used to that when you play indoor, you're playing on the rubber stuff. So yeah, you might get some rubber black marks on you, but you're not getting actual dirt and grass stains. You know.
Right. Right. Well, now let me ask you. Now, you played around the league, and where would you say is the best place to play? What do you think is the best stadium in the country?
You know what? Honestly, I'll have to say Penn State.
Okay.
And I'm biased on that.
Well, sure. I mean, it's a great venue up here. As far as the modern stadiums, which would you say is the best in the NFL?
That's what I'm saying, you know, and the reason what I was about to say, Skip, is, you know, I have to go, and I'll be honest with you, I have to go with Penn State because it's a traditional style still.
Okay.
And it's like I watched it grow. I was there when we did the second levels and the TVs and everything else. Yeah. Like, you know, I was there. So, you know, I was one of the players that had to sit in the the little suite things we had and the trailers and all that other stuff. So I watched it grow and I watched it turn into what it is right now, which is awesome. You know, for me, I think it just depends on your eye, you know, because you can be, if you're a true fan, it's like you will go crazy over being in the Cowboy Stadium with the big screen TV and so on and all that stuff, and it's like being in the Yankee Stadium now, you know, museums and different stuff and so on that they have. But then you have like a guy who watched football and grew up watching football and you know, who respects, like when I go into Lambeau Field, it's like, wow, like you could feel the history, you know, when you go into Soldier Field, you could feel the history, even though it's beat up and they still have to fix and tweaks and things and so on. You can just feel the history that's there, you know? And I think stadiums aren't really about the structure. because obviously when we go in, we're going in, we're not paying attention, but it's the crowd. Like Iowa, you could say, no, Iowa Stadium is terrible, or it's a beautiful stadium, it's a new stadium, it's whatever. But what you can say is the crowd being close to the sidelines, the crowd being able to steal a helmet or do all that stuff. You can hear them screaming in the back. You can feel them. If you hear someone spit, you might turn around and look just in case because they're that close. So it's like wow. So like when I'm in Detroit, when I was in Detroit playing, just having that brick wall around. And so on, just the way it is, the facade and so on, and you can just hear the passion of the people and how they cheer, and then like I said, there's different elements. Like to watch my teammates get excited, my kickers and special teams guys get excited as we head out to Denver because the ball's going to be in the air longer. Yeah. They can get a bigger hit, and it's like, to watch those things, And when you're there, it's like it's like. To see, like for example, like it's just everything changes. Like you could rooting against you, and then the following week you could be in Atlanta playing the Falcons and everyone's just dancing and having fun and so on. And then the following week you're in New Orleans and they're like, hey, you know what? Win, lose, or draw, we want our fans to win, but win, lose, or draw, after we finish, we're going to feed you guys good and send you all up out of here. We used to tell them, listen, when you go play this game in New Orleans, listen, don't eat that gumbo. If we win, you can eat that gumbo when we leave, but that gumbo going to make you sleepy. They're going to try to put something in the beignets and stuff, so it's just, we have different traditions and stuff that we do,
Right.
So, it's really, like I said, it's really not about the stadium. It's about the home field advantage and the stuff. Like, for example, this past week, Penn State was in it. You got the guys singing on the sidelines. You have them, singing all the oldies and everything else. The whole stadium is singing. You can't hear the quarterback when he's trying to, the visiting team is, trying to change stuff and stuff. So all that stuff plays a part. When you're in Seattle and the game is on the line and it's, 4th and 1 or 4th down. I remember in playoff games, 4th down, I had Sean Alexander at the running back and Hasselback at the quarterback in playoffs, and they going down for the win. And literally I can hear my ears echo. It was just the 12th man was just like, wow. Like I could feel it, like, and put a move, and next thing you know, I'm getting a sack, and the game is over, and I'm like freaking out, like, oh my god, So it's just one of those things, and then to have it go, I hear anything. Yeah. That's like the best feeling in the world, because then now you're looking around the stadium, like, all right, who's on the wall? who's in the Ring of Honor? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So. That's cool, man.
Because I know we're going to be doing some things here to the stadium up at Penn State. It's structurally, it's been around for forever. So we can't stand the way things have a shelf life. So that's why I was asking you which ones you thought were the best, because obviously we're going to have the best venue for football in the country, and I'd really like to see that happen. I was just wondering what type of stadium and atmosphere and look do you think would be the best as far as trying to modernize and make it nice. I know we have a kind of a personal preference as former players. We'd like to have a view to the field for our lounge. And I hope something like that can happen for us up here. But I was just wondering from the NFL side, as far as venues.
To look at it from that point of view, here's what I think, Skip. We will have to do, like, for example, our new Lash building is amazing. If you see the new locker room and stuff like that, we will have to do along the lines of what the top 10 or top 5 best schools in the nation do.
Right.
So it'll have to be one of those things that's like, it's not just about what we think about pleasing us, it's about what's going to attract recruits and so on.
Right.
You have to raise the diamond in front of them, because you can't give them money or do anything to break sanctions or nothing like that. So you have to be a part of the top 5, the best of the best. You have to give yourself a chance. When you go out there, that's why if you pull up and you're like, hi, it's a Penn State stadium, it's all right, it's a nice stadium. I think it's a nice stadium. I think it's a gorgeous stadium. Then obviously, like you said, everything has a shelf life and needs a little bit of work. But it's like when you're standing on the outside, like I said, you really don't feel what it is. But when you're on the sideline game day and you hear that, you just in that raw, I've had players like, man, like Richie Incognito, he was with Nebraska, when we played. And from the time that he met me, he was like, oh, hey, how's it going, Grizzly Bear? I was like, what's going on, too? Why you don't like me? We teammates now. You don't have to be mad. He's just like, man, every time I see you, I had you lined up over me. And, I had the Penn State Lions screaming and So his rookie year, every time I beat him, he was like, oh, you going to go celebrate? Like if I do something, beat him in one-on-ones or something. He was like, here we go with the Penn State Raw. And then he made it to where the Raw was like a cat. And he'd go, meow, 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 meow. Oh, wow. So if I get a sack in a game, like let's say I sack Aaron Rodgers and I come to the sideline, yes. Richie will be standing there in the middle of the battle going, meow, meow, meow. Like, come on, bro. Because he's that mad about how the Penn State crowd was in his head as an offensive player.
That's pretty good. Yeah. So you just go up to him and you give him one of these, right?
If I see Richie right now, he would do that to me.
No kidding. So he still gives you the meow meows.
He still gives me the meow meow, and the meow is actually a soft niggly lion because we killed him and he's just out of here on the Raw. Like, man, hilarious.
That's too funny. Is that Yakov getting in there with us, buddy?
Hey, how we doing?
All right, man. Glad you can make it.
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing good, buddy. Glad you got in here with us. We gave a little bit of recap of last week here. I mean, it's a good win, and we're going over our picks and stuff for last week. And we all pretty much tied across the board last week with 4-2.
I felt like it might have been a couple. We went the other way, but I didn't know how we ended up. Though.
Well, you went with your buddy out there in Illinois, and Nebraska just didn't seem to cooperate with your pick.
Oh! I didn't want to say nothing. So Illinois, I got you.
Okay, well, Nebraska 28, Illinois 6. So
yeah, okay, all right. So that was the one. I knew it was one.
Well, it was also the Maryland game. We all picked Minnesota, and Maryland won 31-24. So we all missed that one. So.
Okay, all right. Now, what about that Penn State one? What did you guys? Because that one was, it got real fast, and then it got real slow, then it got real fast again.
Sure.
So, yeah, that was a good one.
Nice. It was a nice win for us. A real nice win. There's some building blocks. We're just pretty much saying those notes is stuff to build upon for the games ahead because Northwestern's coming in here. They're going to want to beat us. We're going to be at home.
Oh, yeah. And, Who you going for already, Yakov? Think about it already. Chicago town. Hey, going to Northwestern, man. It ain't about. It's almost like going to Pitt in a way, but they try to put up a fight. But I mean, they got a good team though. They got a good team. I think they're better than Pitt, but the Nittanies is hot right now though. The Nittanies are hot right now.
Right. I'll tell you that one thing I take away that I think we need to if you can focus on anything offensively. I mean, the run games we're good there. You got to get the guys continue to be consistent with their blocks, but McSorley's got to start passing the ball accurately. He's been struggling, I think, compared to this year to last year, and I think he's struggling to put the ball where it needs to be on a few occasions. So hopefully that's something we can keep building upon.
Yeah, I was going to mention too, just kind of talking to some of the fans and some of the people, players, all that. It just seems like,
we're getting it, but it's still something we're not all the way sure, you know, if we are truly a top 5 ranked team or not. You know, I think that, because, you know, ESPN actually put out today their predictions, and they had us going against Alabama. So I didn't know if people caught on to that or not, but, you know, it's just a lot of talk and all this type of thing. But, you know, it just seems like game by game, we're trying to figure out if we truly are a top 5 ranked team. And it seems that way, but it seems like we're still trying to figure it all the way out. What do you guys think?
You know, me personally, I don't like that we're in the top 5 right now. I would like us to continue to climb because I think it'll keep team motivated and so on. So I would be happy if we was like 8 or something like that right now, just so we can continue to watch us move up. Like we win the next 2 games or something, then we move up to like 6 and so on. So as the season continues to progress, we are actually progressing to the top as well. Because I think what happens is it gives even the lesser teams that we play, which we don't have a lot on the schedule, but not only do we have the fact that we're defending, you know, Big Ten champs, but now it's like who's going to knock off that team? And I just think that something's going to happen to where, you know, what always happens. And I don't want to wish this on Penn State. That's why if they don't move, I'll be happy with right now, and then hopefully at the end of the year they make a jump. So usually that number 2 team towards the middle of the year into the end of the year is usually the team that usually struggles. You know, they usually the team. So before you know it, you get ranked number 2, Ohio State. Penn State blocked the kick. Yep. It's gone. You're gone. Michigan get in there, game is gone. And so whoever jumps in there, they lose, it's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Before you know it, you'll have a Clemson team up there with a couple of losses, you know, playing for a national title again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those situations. I don't think, and like I said, I'm biased, I don't think we get the respect we deserve yet from the media. And the problem is we're consistent so far because it's not just about, all right, last year saying that, it was like, all right, cool, we don't get this respect and everything else and so on. But even today on every news channel, it was like Saquon doesn't deserve the Heisman. And it's like he's not even the best running back. He's not even leading the nation in rushing yards and so on. But he's the best complete football player. That's what I thought it was.
Sure.
You know, I didn't think the Heisman was, hey, who's the best quarterback? Because if that's the case, the quarterback gets the ball every play.
Yeah.
Every play. Every play. He's either going to hand it to someone. If you throw a screen, that's going to the quarterback. That's going to his yards. You know, even if, you know, if you hit a couple of receivers or you got a big time wide receiver where you threw the ball, if there's a guy catching the ball and so on. So I just don't think that, you know, we have some talent. We definitely have some talent, but we still have a lot of guys that need to emerge.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well said, Jimmy. Well, I know that's Stefan coming on there with us, and we're down to, guys, we're already down to our last 15 minutes because we're going to have to sign off here tonight at 8 because of the other show that's supposed to be on here with us. So we usually run over, and I love doing it, but we all have to try to keep it close tonight. So we have about 15 minutes left here. Stefan, maybe you want to give us a quick summary of your game, and then we can start talking some picks.
Well, I mean, the quick summary is, again, we do have work to do. As Jimmy said, we do need to have some guys mature. But I'm not going to sit here. I guess what people have to realize is, and, you know, time is of the essence. So I'll just say that we just have to keep getting better in all aspects of the game. There's nothing wrong with us making big plays. One thing I can say our identity our ball club has is that we're making big plays and we're getting turnovers and making plays on special teams. We got to keep doing that because that's going to be important. And, you know, just keep sharpening up on whatever it is we have to do. I think we've used as many as 7 linemen. So we're getting there. Defensive line and that rotation and so are the linebackers. So I don't know. People on so many different sites and these different groups a little too critical, man. I mean, we just got to win. We got to go out to Chicago, man, and just grab it and we'll keep it moving and stay healthy. You know, I think that's pretty much where we're at. And, you know, I always like to talk on the radio, I should say, on the TV and radio, that, hey, you know, the game could have been closer if this didn't happen, that didn't happen. It wasn't. We got done. We had to get done. Time to move on, and let's just keep getting better. Let's keep finding more than one way to skin a cat. That's what happens with our offense, and we're doing it. You know, everybody knows Barkley's getting the ball, and we see them coming along, and you know, it's all about getting everybody else better. You know, the defense is getting there. I really like what they're doing, and can't wait to see them mature even more.
Hey, I was impressed with you know, Deshaun Hamilton this weekend. You know,
how about him, man? 3 touchdown catches, man. 3 touchdown catches are breaking the record. He's got 181 catches, and those things are nice. But he's coming of age just like he needs to. Now you have him and Juwan Johnson and a bunch of people who are confident. They're all offense. And of course, Saheed Blacknall is going to have to make adjustments and figure out how to get in the game. You know, make some big blocks and do some other things to get the ball moving. So we'll see what you guys think about the throwback uniforms.
Oh boy.
Different for me. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, I think I would have been okay except for the stripes.
Yes. Well said, Steph.
Right?
I didn't mind letting the
Right
numbers.
to the pants, man. I was like, okay.
Stripe, man. That little thin stripe. Forget it, you know.
I mean, you know what? Rock some blue pants, man.
To be honest, you know me, I'm a big boy, so you know, to be heavy at the bottom. When I saw that stripe, I was like, man, they should have had that when I was there. Shoot, I was walking around looking like Pillsbury Doughboy with a chocolate face.
Sure, man, I understand what you're talking about, bro.
We had all that white on. I remember the first time I wore all white. We was out of the away game, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know when to run out there. I looked so big. I know they're gonna have me a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or something.
No,
so trust me, I would have loved to have a blue stripe there.
Oh man, I like the numbers in the helmet, doing that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The one Clinton, let me see if I got it right, Skip. Unless Jimmy, unless y'all would. I think it's only been done one at a time when we lost to Alabama in the Sugar Bowl in like 78.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you're right.
And those were sneakers. Those were sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it was. I like the white shoes too.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, man.
I like that.
I can handle it.
Sure, yeah, and they stay.
Big dude, you was at the bottom this week. You know that, big dude, right? You was at the bottom.
Yeah, I knew y'all. That's why some time they bring me on here. You know, oh, these guys, man, they must have got me. That's all right. Even big dude has it that week, but it won't be a bad week this week.
Oh, did you refer to yourself as third person just now?
Wait, you're buddy.
Even big dude has a bad week. You know what I mean?
What about the third person talk?
Yeah, I got the alter ego, man. That's a person getting ready to, you know, get one of them red-eye flights, man. So I'm gotta get home, gotta get the bag. I don't know what else I'm talking about an hour. Not much.
Anyway, hey, safe travels to you, buddy. That's why we'll wrap this one up pretty quick tonight. Some interesting picks we have ahead. We can go ahead and move into this week. Week 6. Last week's totals, anyway, as we went, Jimmy was at 4-2 overall, 37-12. It's a close race, and Yakov was at 4-2 also. We are all across the board the same picks last week, except just different teams. But Yakov's at 38-11, and I'm at 36-11. So I'm at the basement here with everybody, and of course the big dude's winning it all with 39-10.
Yeah, Jimmy trying to switch that on. He trying to switch that jump on. He was nervous too.
Yeah, for a second, he was nervous.
Hey man, I was concerned. I was concerned. That's for sure.
I had that horrible week. That's what got me, man. That one week I missed like 3. It was on a week. What was that week?
Nah, yeah, this is normal for you, bro.
What's that?
Hey, you know the beauty from being from Chicago is you always got 2 teams. I always got 2 teams. You know what I mean? So I got a little game I could deal. You know, that's the beauty. You get 2 teams to deal with.
Well, speaking of which, Yakov, we'll let you lead right off here tonight because our first game is going to be Illinois at Iowa.
Whoa!
Hey, at Iowa.
At Iowa.
And you know, as much as I know the Grizz and Lovey go hand in hand, you know, I still feel like though that they might be a little premature versus Iowa. Iowa's pretty solid team. Gave us a good run, so I'm gonna go with Iowa. I'm gonna go with Iowa.
Right. Well, anybody else gonna pick Illinois, right?
No, nobody else is picking Illinois.
We're picking Iowa. We're across the board on that one. Of course, I think it will be pretty much across the board in this one too. We got Charleston, South. I think it's South Carolina, Indiana. So that's a gimme game for Indiana, I'd say.
Hold on, you said Charleston, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Southern or something like that. I'm not sure.
No problem. I thought you said South Carolina. I don't think that's not a gimme game. South Carolina's right.
No.
I got you.
Charleston's the name of the school. It's kind of weird. Never heard of them. Charleston SO, South Carolina. So Charleston, whoever they are. Are you gonna pick them?
Yeah, I know Indiana.
Jimmy. I don't think you're gonna pick those guys, right? We haven't heard of them before.
I'm not gonna pick them. I mean,
now here's gonna be an interesting one. We got Minnesota, Purdue.
Yeah, I don't think Purdue. Minnesota disappointed me last week, man. Oh my God, they killed me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I think Minnesota's got a fiery team and all. They're probably playing well. It's just not good enough.
Yep, them Boilermakers. I'm with you.
I'm taking Purdue.
Yep, I'm with you on that one.
Hey, yeah, cool, man. Hey, listen, you ain't solving the calculus problem, brother.
Hey, I'm just trying to find a way to get ahead, man.
You can hear him typing in the background. You hear him typing in the background, man. He's doing his research.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Purdue on that one.
Ooh.
Hey, they just lost their old ball coach, so you know they got a little chip on their shoulder still. Hopefully. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Joe Tiller, God bless his soul. God bless his soul. Yep.
Where's that one at?
At Purdue.
Is that Purdue?
At Purdue.
The Boilermakers.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys on that one.
Okay, we appreciate you. Cool, man. You a wild dude, man. What to do? I'm going for the wild dude.
We got Maryland and Ohio State.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I only picked against Maryland because they lost so many quarterbacks and stuff. But I'm they're not missing a beat, man. I don't know. This is a hard pick.
Really?
Is that the shoe?
It's a shoe out now. Yeah, Ohio.
If it's at the only, I'm going with Ohio State.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
I'm going with Ohio State, man.
Yeah, they're going to be winning. That's going to be the play.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ohio State.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when we
I'm going Ohio State by 7.
Yeah, easy.
Oh.
I think so. And
he's going to put Cleveland.
The Big Ten playoff.
Yeah,
I'm telling you now that the Big Ten playoff is going to be Penn State, Ohio State. When we play them, that's going to determine the Big Ten.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think Michigan, Penn State, Michigan's going to be the one that determines it?
That's a possibility. I just don't like Ohio State, man.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. They always there. They always there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, you guys think Harbaugh gonna leave?
No, man. He's home.
They're trying to get him.
He's
got $50 million contract, man. And they trying to get him in Chicago.
No, man.
For the man in Chicago. Yeah.
Well, you know, Harbaugh is a familiar name, very familiar name.
So not only that, I mean, after that, we only have a few minutes. But as Bill O'Brien said, when you listen to what he said, man, I get to do NFL, everyday NFL life. I don't got to recruit players anymore. It's not that that wasn't good, but that's a whole different drive.
Well,
and you can get paid. Hey. Yeah.
I think it's more than that to Harbaugh, though. I think this is where he played ball. This is his home now, and I think he's really in it because this is where he wants to be in life. You know, he really wants to be playing some ball. You know, having
No, and I agree with you, and I brought it up just because I know Chicago, the Bears, is making made it known that they want them. So
sure,
they go a certain number. Michigan even going to have to match, or he's gonna leave for a couple of years.
And truthfully, if that would happen, though, I mean, they would really fall. They would really fall. I would think. I mean,
no, go try to root for the Bears. All right, what's the next one, Skip?
all right. Well,
Let's go, man. We can't have Cole talk about another Chicago team. My bad.
What's next, Skip? You guys are crazy. We got 4 minutes, so that's why it was a good segue into this one because we have Michigan.
Skip, Skip talking to the other mic.
Oh, okay.
Skip, you good?
Okay, I'm back.
You all right?
I think I'm good.
I can't hear you.
How about now? Can you?
There you go, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
That leads us right into Michigan State at Michigan this week. Michigan State and Michigan. This is going to be one of the games to watch, apart from our own.
Michigan, I have to take Michigan. So we're talking about hardball. I think it'll be a hard game.
Yep.
Got to take Michigan at the Big House.
Yep, I'm with you.
Yeah, at the Big House, I got to go with Michigan too.
Yakov?
Yeah, I'm with Michigan.
Okay. We're moving right along. We got Wisconsin and Nebraska.
I don't want to call it.
Yeah, out there.
Yeah, I think Nebraska's on a roll, but I don't think they're on that much of a roll. Yeah, I agree with the big deal. I agree. Yeah, I want to take the Badgers.
Yep, that's who I got.
Yeah.
That's who I got.
Everybody got the Badgers
Yeah,
then?
I got the Badgers, Jimmy.
Going
to pick the Nebraska?
I was thinking about it, but nah.
Hey, another thing though, guys, we gotta find a way that we all make the game together too. We gotta work on that too. We gotta work on that. Okay. Whether it's home or away, we'll figure it out. Yeah. So we'll have to keep that in mind.
Sure. Yeah, see what we can do. Hey, now of course our game, Penn State, Northwestern. And I'll start us off first. I'll go Penn State 28 at Northwestern 14.
That's a good score.
Yeah, Cole. Because you know it's a Chicago team. I need to make sure we get you out the way.
I will give respect to Northwestern. I will give respect, but I don't think the coach is ready yet. I don't think Fitzgerald is ready. I think he's got a great program, but I don't think he's ready to step into that top 10. I don't think they're ready. So I'm gonna say they're getting close. So I'm gonna go 35, 14. 35-14.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If we turn the offense up, we could do that.
Yeah, I'm not ready to. I almost prefer Illinois over Northwestern, even though Northwestern is up and coming. But
yeah, well, we're down to about 2 minutes, buddy. 2 minutes. Let's go, Jimmy.
I'm going 24-10, Penn State.
Okay, that's a good score. That's a good score. I like that. I like
that one right there. That might
Skip.
Yeah.
I want to go 33-13.
33.
Mm.
Wow. Okay, that's a good one, big dude. I can see that too. Wow. Well, we're down to.
Hey, and I can't see that.
We're down to about our last 20 seconds, guys. Man, it's been a fast.
Actually, Skip, did I say 14?
Oh, Lord.
Listen, hey, I gotta sign us off. I have to, but
hey, Skip, we'll get doing the fans later.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Hey, it's been good, guys. So let me.
We'll see you.
No, hey, actually, no. We're down to one minute left. It's really good. We're good. 1 minute. I'm watching the screen here. We have a legal ID break here at 59:50, and so we're now to another 50 seconds or so. But go ahead, Yakov, quick. Give us that comment.
What was that?
Oh, yeah.
You remember?
No, I was saying, did I say 14?
Oh.
Your pick? Your pick was 35-14.
Now, Now, can I change that to 17?
You change anything you want.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think yeah.
You know you ain't gonna get no Powerball money, huh?
I'm getting the second drift. So if it's okay, let's bump that to 17.
I got it. Hey, folks, it's been great.
Yeah.
Fast Hour College Football. You've been listening to Lions Live. On behalf of the big dude, Stephen Davis, we got Jacob Israel and the Grizz, Jimmy Kenyon. Skip Ramos, thanks for joining us. Have a great night. Lord bless, and we'll catch you next week.
And all new at 106.3 FM, W292 EC, Altoona, Belfont State College, WBLF AM and FM. Depend on it.
Paying tribute to victims and first responders in Las Vegas. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump and the First Lady spending the day in Las Vegas, meeting with doctors, police officers, and other first responders, along with survivors, 3 days after the massacre at a country music concert Sunday night.
I just have to tell you that I just